POV Italian Cooking, where you see cooking from my point of view. Today we are going to make a one-pot pasta. Now this is going to be kind of a creamy prosciutto pasta. This would really be best with like a linguine, but I have penne pasta, so hey, we use what we have. I'm going to forewarn you too, at the end, when we get to the end of this video, at the tasting, I had a setting wrong on my camera, so you're going to notice that it's kind of always focusing. You can kind of hear it going, which gets annoying. So I apologize for that in advance. But again, quick pasta, so let's get rolling and take a look at our ingredients. Okay, so let's take a quick look at our ingredients. So here's all that's going to go into our creamy prosciutto pasta. Is going to be, of course, we're going to use, I would really recommend using a flat pasta, linguine, tagliato, but all I have is penne, so we're going to use penne. So in this is going to go 1 cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of finely shredded, finely grated Parmesan cheese and Gruyere cheese, 1 tablespoon unsalted butter, 1 shallot finely minced, and we're going to use 6 ounces of prosciutto. Now what we're going to do is with 5 of the ounces we're going to kind of cut them in strips. 1 of the ounces we're going to chop up because that's going to go into our heavy cream and shallot. You'll see when we start mixing all this up. And always got to have our wine. We had a little Pinot Grigio left over, so we're going to use that today for our drinking wine. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, I do have some water back here heating. We're going to have that like right at a boil. It's going to be ready for us right when we need it. We're going to break away, going to get some of these ingredients ready to go. Then we're going to come back and get this one-pot pasta together. All right, let's take a quick look at our ingredients because I got them all prepped. We have 1 shallot, and I finely minced that. We have 1 ounce of prosciutto minced. We have the remaining 5 ounces cut into strips, and then a half cup each of Parmesan and Gruyere, give or take. And 1 cup of heavy cream. So now we've got our butter going in our pan here. We're going to go ahead and dump in our shallots. We're going to let these cook for a minute or 2 here until they get soft. So while our shallots are nearly right where we want them, just for timing to make sure everything comes together at the right time, we're going to go ahead and drop our penne. That takes about 11 minutes for our penne to go right where we want it. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer. Now my water wasn't quite boiling here. I let it get a little cool, so it might take a few more minutes. So this is ready. Our shallots have softened. So we're going to add our heavy cream and our minced prosciutto. Now that's a little hot. We want to bring this up to a simmer and let it simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm going to break away while we warm this up. When it's simmering, we'll come back. But 5 to 7 minutes after you pour in your heavy cream and your diced prosciutto. Okay, we have our heavy cream here going at a pretty good simmer. You can see that it has reduced a little bit, thickened up. Really what it's doing right now is just kind of drinking up the flavor from the shallots and the prosciutto. This has got another minute or 2, and then we'll be right back. So this has been cooking for about 5 minutes, been simmering. It's about right where we want it. Now what we have to do is we've got to wait for our pasta to finish cooking. So we are going to cover this and take it off the heat. That'll hold in, it'll be more than hot enough. At the end what we do is we take our pasta, we put it in here, we finish it in this pan. We actually add a little bit of the pasta water, about 2 cups of the pasta water. Then we add in our cheese and bring it all together. So with that, I am going to cover that, take it off the heat, put it there on the back burner, and we're just going to wait. Okay, our timer just went off on our pasta. I just checked it. It's still a little bit too al dente, but I'm going to take this opportunity to tell everybody, do not, I repeat, do not put olive oil or any kind of oil in your pasta water. Just heavily salt it. It will not stick together. All that oil does is it coats the pasta so that the sauce doesn't adhere to it as much. And what we want are this creamy sauce just to stick right to it. And the reason you do it al dente, quite honestly, is you want it to also soak up all the flavors that we're putting together in our sauce. So you finish it in there, those last couple seconds, it pulls all that flavor in. So, looks like our timer went off. I did add another minute to our pasta. This is our heavy cream. We put everything in to our heavy cream, both of our cheeses. Again, this is a half a cup of Parmesan, a half a cup of Gruyere. I always add a little bit of extra. You want a little bit extra in there, so you know, you want this good and cheesy. Now this is just 5 ounces of prosciutto. We cut it into ribbons. Just goes all in here. Now what we do is we're actually going to take about a cup of our pasta water, our good starchy water, and put that right in here. With that, we're going to salt. We're going to pepper. We're going to stir. And then we're going to start putting our pasta in here. You can see this will all stiffen up. There we go, our cheese is melting. We're going to start now, turn our pasta off. We're just going to put our pasta right in. So now, we're just going to finish this. Give it a good stir. You can see I'm making a mess. Got some cheesy goodness there. We want to make sure that we get all that cheese broken up. Stir till your daddy takes your T-bird away. Or something like that. This is still a little runny yet. I'm not liking this. I'm going to add a little bit more Parmesan. This may be one of those ones. Remember I told you that I would show you my screw-ups as well as my successes? You might get to see a screw up today. The primary mistake I made is I put my cheese in and I threw my prosciutto in right on top of my cheese. What I should have done, had I not had my head up my keister, is added my pasta and put the prosciutto in last. That's really what I should have done with this dish. Then that would have given time for the cheese to kind of really adhere to the pasta more than the prosciutto. You see here the prosciutto, if you can see that, and get a little closer, you can see that there's the cheese, it's just kind of like sticking together. Again, you know, we're learning together. But this is starting to thicken up a little bit. We are going to let this set for a couple minutes, because let it set, let that pasta, and I'm just making a mess trying to pull apart this prosciutto. What I'm really wanting to happen here is for this pasta to pull in some of that tasty heavy cream. Cover this for 2 minutes, then we're going to come back and check on it. Okay, so our pasta has been setting here, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes. And it did tighten up. Now, we're going to talk about a few mistakes we made with this dish. Again, you saw me throw the cheese in and I threw the prosciutto in right on top of it, and that just kind of congealed the cheese to the prosciutto. Make sure when you make this dish, you throw the cheese in, you bring in your pasta water, then your pasta, and the last thing you want to add is the prosciutto. That's where I made my big mistake with this dish. But I'll tell you what, it still smells really, really good. This is just a simple one pot pasta here, so I'm not going to do anything fancy on plating. Just going to dump it into our nice bowl right here. Look at this. Look at that tasty treat. It's going to be fun to eat. So there we go. It's that simple. It's our one pot pasta with Parmesan and Gruyere cheese, heavy cream, and prosciutto.
It's good.
Really good. Oh my gosh. You can really taste the flavor from those shallots, the 2 cheeses, and the heavy cream. This would have been so good had I not screwed up when I put the prosciutto in. Don't make that mistake. And it would be a lot better with a good flat pasta. With that being said, don't forget to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now LinkedIn. Subscribe to us on YouTube so you can see what's cooking and you can watch me screw up in the kitchen like I did right here. Until next episode, ciao.